You know, I was having fun playing good games on this channel. Let's play a bad one, you know? You know, I could rank the original sports in Wii Sports, but I feel like being miserable today. This game may only have 6 or 7 sports, but each of those is genuinely some of the worst, most infuriating pieces of game design trash. And bowling's okay. Let's get over this so I can get back to playing good games. Number 1, yeah, we're going in reverse order. Bowling. You know why I said bowling was okay 5 seconds ago? Well, if you don't, you really need to get your memory checked. Is everything okay? Anyways, yeah, bowling is probably the most solid sport in this game. But I mean, it's still the worst version of bowling in Wii Sports. There's some extra modes, which is rare in this game. God forbid Nintendo make a real-ass video game. I mean, not only do you have regular bowling, you also get crazy bowling. Look at this. It's so crazy. It's like the mini golf of bowling. But that's it. And in comparison, in Wii Sports, you could play 100 pin bowling, which was the best way to play the game. You know I'm right. So all you can really do is just play boring bowling. Or do this crap. So not a lot of great variety. But hey, bowling is still fun and the controls are great too. That's one thing this game can consistently say for most of its sports. The controls aren't always terrible. I mean, sometimes it's not fun, but and also it doesn't matter because the games they're attached to are the equivalent of a colonoscopy. But that's not what you're playing this sport for. Playing with friends and family in person. Who needs that? Because with Nintendo Switch Online, you can play the rest of the game for 20 bucks more. What a steal. Online you get access to the Bowling Battle Royale. And sadly, it's not as fun as Fortnite. You get at least 3 rounds, and you get a bowl 3 frames, if you get eliminated early. How exciting! And on top of that, in between each frame, you have to wait forever and jam out to an honestly pretty decent soundtrack. But not good enough to make it for the agonizing wait time. The best thing to do while playing this game is to listen to YouTube videos or something. Might suggest my channel. Wink wink, nudge nudge, subscribe please, I'm begging you. And honestly, if one of the core things I can say about your game is that it's best played while doing some other crap, I don't think that's a very good thing. Also, sometimes in the competitions, you'll be randomly playing other special bowling lanes than the other players. And you're just left thinking, what the hell? How is this fair? Also, if you're not getting a strike every single time, you might as well just give up. So that's fun. I'm glad no mistakes are allowed. What a great game. And this is the best sport by far. Oh my god. Number 2, basketball. You know, I forgot this is even in the game. I mean, can you blame me? It was randomly added after years of nothing, and no one cared. Outside of the fact that I'm all thinking, who the heck is still playing Nintendo Switch Sports right now? Anyways, what's here? Well, you got 2 whole modes. Yeah, they did the bare minimum. Let's go. This is the 3-point challenge, and it's exactly what it sounds like. You go around and hit the ball in the hoop and do the threes. And personally, I don't care. It might just because I suck ass at this sport in real life, but really, it's just a bonus mode, a little inclusion. The real thing that matters is the main basketball mode, the 2v2 mode, not 1v1 or 3v3, because why on earth would you want to customize the game you play? Obviously, Nintendo's way is the best way to play, don't question them. So that means you're stuck with a teammate. Means since this game has no voice chat, you have to either carry your teammate or hope they're not stupid and know how to play the game. And this leads to people being, guess what? freaking stupid and thinking they can carry when they can't do crap. It leads to a mess of a game. Also, I'm sorry, but this game doesn't feel interactive. You can shoot or pass, but it leads to nothing really. It feels extremely shallow. So needless to say, it sucks. Also, again, why can't you customize the players? If you just want to do a 1v1, there's no reason we can't do that. And especially no reason for a 3v3. I'm just asking for 2 more players. Can your $20 a year Wi-Fi not handle that, Nintendo? Because if so, we have some big issues here. Number 3, tennis. This is the most nothing sport in this game, but I would go say that this is the only returning sport that didn't get worse. I mean, it didn't improve either, but they did a bare minimum. Wow. I mean, other versions did have extra modes, but they weren't nothing to write home about. I mean, you had the fun target one I sucked at, but that was good. Here you have the main mode, and even though it's fine, I mean, it's just boring Wii Sports tennis with no customization. There are some other courts, but you barely notice the difference between them. And if you do, let me introduce you to a new concept called going outside. Also, you can't change it if it's a 1v1 or doubles, meaning you're always stuck with 2 of you or a friend. Which does lead to some more strategy with your second player. There's no reason to play this sport online for 15 hours, other than to get your money's worth. It just doesn't offer anything to justify playing it. I wish I had more to say because I really want this video to be long. Like, would it have killed them to add a goofy multi-ball mode? Come on. Number 4, golf. Now, in my initial script, I have golf dead last. I at first hated the controls, but then my friend read my script and said it's not that bad. So I changed it. I hope he's happy. So remember, kids, first impressions aren't everything. Because this game went from bad to still kind of bad, but I can live with it. It's mainly down to these controls. They take a lot to get used to. Dude, how sensitive these tiny ass Joy-Cons are. Like, you could get a shot at low power levels and think, wow, what a nice, easy, gentle shot. Okay, what the heck? It's really bad when it comes to putting. My god, this is terrible. But if you can get used to controls, the game isn't the worst, so there's something. The main mode is the Battle Royale online mode, just like bowling. But this one is a little better. For one, I'm good at this one. I got a par once. Meaning I'm better than you probably, because you probably never played Switch Sports Golf. There's a lot less downtime due to everyone now finishing around the same time and having a stroke limit. I mean, you don't have to wait forever, and you only have like 6 holes to finish, so it's a lot less waiting time in comparison to the 10 frames that bowling has. Also, I've noticed that people suck ass at this game. Like, look at the gameplay. Look at it! Everyone is just missing the ball again and again, and guess what? Again! Man, what the hell is this game? It makes any win I get here not feel earned. Because, sure, I won, but does it really matter when my competition's controller is having a goddamn seizure? Like, I don't even blame these guys who don't know how to play the game. The controllers just bug out, even for me. One bonus of this game is the wide range of old ass holes to play on. Don't take that clip out of context. Instead of making new holes to play on, they added just the old ones from the older titles. Meaning these ones from Wii Sports the original, which are really the golf courses from the NES days, are older than most people playing this stupid game. Is it that hard to design 9 more holes? Here, I did it for you. 9 more holes. It's just so lazy. This is another sport that needed some mini games. Like, why not when you make the ball go as far as possible? Or just mini golf. Make it be fun. Or like a speed golf mode where you're trying to get the ball in first. It doesn't matter the amount of strokes you take. I don't know. This game's gonna give me a stroke because of how crap it is. God, I was getting a little mad there. I want to make it clear, I don't care this much about digital golf. Number 5, badminton. More like badminton. The jokes write themselves, honestly. Why am I even here? In this game, you play badminton. Shocker of the year. It's like tennis. There isn't much more for you to say, other than the fact that this is a brand new sport being introduced. Yep, the first new sport in this game. It's this low on the list. And trust me, this is by far the most positive I'm gonna be about one of these sports. In the game where you already have tennis, and you can only have 6 sports because Nintendo can't be bothered to add more, you choose half the sports to involve a ball going over a net. You have the whole world of sports to choose. Football, dodgeball, discus, shot put, football, cricket, and most importantly, football, because America, hell yeah. Why on earth was badminton such a high priority? I don't understand you people. Yeah, sure, add volleyball and soccer. They make sense to be here. They were done badly, but I digress. Is badminton that good of a choice? But okay, how's the sport itself? It's fine. It's kind of like tennis, I guess. You have full control of your racket, which I'm not gonna lie, it's cool how 1-to-1 it is. Not cool enough to make up for the game itself, but cool enough, I guess. You have a drop shot you can use to shake up your timing, and a weak and power shot. Weak shots are done on an accident, which is basically an instant win card. And this whole gameplay loop is pretty boring and samey. Like, I genuinely don't understand you, Nintendo. So you want me to play your game for like 20 plus hours to get my money worth. That makes sense. But you want me to spend a good chunk of that time playing badminton over and over again? It's not like badminton is complex in this game. Sure, in real life it can be varied, but here it's always so samey. It's kind of why Switch Sports doesn't work as an online game, because the sports here aren't designed to be like that. Okay, let me cook here. In most online games, you have a rich amount of things you can do. In Mario Kart, there's dozens of tracks to choose from. In each race, anything can happen. Even if you play on the same track each time, it's gonna feel different due to all the wackiness that can happen. Splatoon has tons of maps, but also different modes, weapons, and tons of other crap. It makes the game feel special. Heck, even though I hate this game, Overwatch 2 even has matches that feel different for all the same reasons as the other examples. This logic does not apply to Wii Sports. These are simple games with a low skill ceiling and a low skill floor. You go in, you learn the game, and you just have fun. There's no mastering these games. There's just playing the game, and with other people, it's fun, but it doesn't work as an online game you spend hours on. This isn't the next big esports. So why would they make this an online game where all you do is play online? Are they stupid? Okay, rant over, back to badminton, because I have yet to touch upon the most damning aspect, the invisible stamina meter. Yes, you heard me. The invisible, impossible to tell, impossible to know a stamina meter that can cause you to seemingly trip and fall on your dumb, stupid face for no reason. It's the most clear example of failure in game design I've seen in a long time. Well, not including the rest of the garbage in this game, because can you tell I hate this game? Like, imagine if in Breath of the Wild, you had no stamina wheel, meaning you could just randomly fall while climbing. That's what this game feels like, because one, you have no idea this mechanic even exists, and 2, you can't see it. You have got no idea why you're being punished. And what sucks, this could have been a really interesting gameplay mechanic. Imagine if you could have to keep track of your own stamina meter. to keep note of things that affect it, so you can play better, and your opponents display theirs, so you can see when they're getting tired, so you know when to lock in. But instead, here at Nintendo, we gatekeep crucial gameplay information, because why not? It'd just be too hard to add a stamina wheel after all. It's not like there isn't already one in the game. There's already one in the game. God damn it, Nintendo. And there's 3 or more that are somehow worse than this? Oh joy. Number 6, Chambara. And the award for the most ruined returning sport goes to the one that used to be my favorite. God damn it, Nintendo. How did you mess up this bad? Originally called Sword Played in Wii Sports Resort, this was by far the best game mode. Not only was it crazy fun to play against friends, it controlled perfectly due to how easy you could block attacks, counter attacks, and swing wildly and just hope for the best. It was fun. It was one of the best showcases of motion controls. You also had extra fun modes. You had the slicing minigame, which was super fun to go for high scores. And also mini campaign mode, where you go around the island and beat up people. An activity that you probably shouldn't do in real life. It was great. So for what reason would they ruin it? So for one, they changed the name for no reason. I don't care, but why? Also, no extra modes. At this point, it's sadly expected. But some effort was being put here, with some bonus sword types. You have the classic sword, which is supposed to be like the first one in Resort. The charged sword, which can block attacks, and this charged up bigger attacks, and the twin sword, which is by far the coolest. I mean, there's 2 of them. But this is the problem. This is a lame selection. 2 are cool, one's just even cooler. The aura farming out of twin swords goes crazy, but the classic sword is just so lame. Like, who's choosing the classic sword? So anyways, enough semantics. Let's just play the game. And yeah, I just threw up. The game controls like ass. The sword is just not really movable. It feels way more slow. And plus, the sword now needs a button to block. It's taking a lot of the strategy out, because now it's encouraging you to just wait for your opponent to stop blocking, instead of the game actively encouraging you to fight. The game now stuns you way more, and in general, it's just so painfully slow. And also, you can have the game bug out on you, similar to golf, but a far worse scale, which means you're just gonna lose, and it's terrible. Genuinely atrocious. What were they thinking? And that's the worst returning sport, but there's still 2 new sports left to complain about. How could things get any worse? Number 7, soccer. Now we're at the other brand new sport in the pack, and this was just terrible. For one, I like to clarify that I don't like soccer much in real life, so make sure my bias wasn't a factor. I asked my other friends who actually played the sport what they thought about it, and they said it was honestly insulting and it was really bad, just like I said. So I guess it wasn't too far off with my mark. So this is not soccer. I know, crazy. Instead, it's like Rocket League, but on foot. Meaning it's Rocket League, but it sucks. The course is just way too damn big, and you're so slow. You can run for a bit, but the stamina is just so little of it. I mean, at least I can see it. There's something. It's crazy that's a compliment, but whatever. The ball is also huge, for no reason. I suppose it makes it easier to hit, but also, why can't it just be normal size and do the same stuff? It wouldn't be that much harder, I feel like. Also, due to a heavy amount of team reliance, you often are given teammates who have no clue what they're doing, leading to a pretty miserable experience. Like, people just play this like Rocket League, which means they hardly pass, which does not work for this game. It's meant to be played like soccer, but due to how this game's presented, it's played like Rocket League, which I know shouldn't be a big issue, but It just really is in this case. Also, if you score 2 points or more, eventually a golden ball appears that's worth 2 points. Nothing else changed. I mean, if the other team scores that, you're instantly tied up. Doesn't that sound fun and totally not demeaning and stupid? On top of that, this game controls like crap. You run around using sticks and just swing your hands? Like, this is soccer. You use your feet. Like, isn't there a leg strap in this game? But you can use the leg strap, but that was not until an update to this game. So then, why did this game come with a leg strap? Well, for a soccer shootout minigame, of course, it sucks. But the thought was there, I guess. I don't know what to say, man. It's just lame. At least you have the 1v1s, but only offline. Because why would you want to play this online? We can rely on the 5-year-olds on your team to lock in. Also, this is an incredibly complex control scheme. Like, I know I just complained about this game having a low skill ceiling, but this just doesn't feel like a Wii Sports game. Instead, it feels closer to a minigame in a Mario Party game. And at least there it'd be less offensive because it'd be 1 of 100. Here, it's 1 of 8. How was this game so lacking? Number 8, volleyball. You know, I could at least say at the end of the day, soccer in this feels like a video game. It allows for player choice in some way. It allows for itself to be a game. Volleyball and Switch Sports is hardly a video game. Which I know was a crazy claim, but it's best way to describe the non-existent gameplay here. The game literally has a giant ass display telling you what to do. And I kind of get it. Sure. Volleyball sometimes has a similar rhythm to this. But often, for one, you're not told to always do this, and there's far more going on. Sure, there's more you can do in game. You can block the ball and dive for it. But it's not enough to make up for the fact that it's just so samey. The game tells you what to do. I mean, the only way to lose in the grand scheme of things is to make a blatant and stupid mistake. There's no outsmarting your opponent here. No, it's just who can keep playing this boring ass game the longest. It's simply not fun. And if soccer players thought that how soccer was adapted here was offensive, how do you think volleyball players feel? Volleyball is a complex and incredibly interesting sport, and to dumb it down to this level is atrocious. On top of that, this is only a 2v2 mode, which makes less sense than the other limitations, since often there's way more volleyball players. It should at least be a 4v4 similar to soccer. That would at least make it stand out in comparison to other games like tennis. But even then, I couldn't say this is good, because it's so brain dead and simple. But even then, my teammates are still messing up. Like, are they stupid? There's no me carrying the other person. I just lose here because they're an idiot. That doesn't feel fun. Every other game I can at least carry for my teammates. Here, I just have no choice. Every other game in this pack, I can say there's at least one positive about it. Special bowling can be a really fun inclusion. Basketball is an extra mode, that's always fun. Tennis can be an easy pick up and play game. Badminton has neat one-to-one motion controls. Champion tries to do something new. Soccer has more options and more customization, like allowing for a 1v1 duel. Volleyball has nothing. It has no player choice, no interesting gameplay, and is frustrating to experience online. This is by far the worst sport in the entirety of this game. It goes without saying it's also the worst sport in the Wii Sports series. Seriously, how do we go from a free packing game with a decent amount of content, with extra modes, tons of charm, to a massive sequel of that game, with tons of returning sports and new ones too, with a controller included, to a $50 title with arguably less content than the first one that was free with every Wii and only comes with a crappy piece of Velcro called a leg strap, and the most soulless and lacking content I've seen in a Nintendo game ever, honestly. I mean, at least Mario Strikers look visually pleasing and had some personality. This is the worst Nintendo sports game. And thus volleyball is the worst sport adaptation Nintendo's ever tried to pull off. Well, there's my list. Do you agree or disagree? Do you think football should be included? Because if so, I agree. Anyways, it's been real. And if they make another Switch Sports for $70 with less content than this game, I might actually hunt Nintendo down with a champion sword in real life.